Oh, hi and welcome to Vivo IPL 14. Isn't it great to be back in India? And isn't it great to be here at Wankhede Stadium? I know there isn't the buzz of the crowd, but I know you'll be watching at home. 176 is the average total scored here. And when I look around, what I see are short boundaries, just shy of 70 metres square, just over 70 metres straight. And some innings come to mind. Shane Watson 3 years ago. Remember that 100 in the final? He was smacking them down the ground. Even if there are men on the fence, he's still backing himself to go over the top of the fieldsman. That's the confidence of the batsman, and they will have that today. There is a really nice grass coverage. So look, the batsmen are going to dominate, but the risk is if they get too cocky with the bat, they still can be caught on these short boundaries. So to me, it's a battle of the bowlers. Who can bowl the most dot balls? Who can bowl in the right areas? It is a warm one out here, but this game is going to be hot.
This magnificent cauldron is touted to be a batter's paradise, and with big hitters in both sides, who do you see this ground favouring tonight?
It's tough. I mean, it's totally different to what Chennai accustomed to back at home, but I still feel that they've got that fighting spirit to perform very well at the Wankhede Stadium. So I think that they've got the edge in terms of the pitch and who's going to favour. I think Delhi Capitals, yes, very good. I think their lack of pace, guys missing because of quarantine, I think it can work against them.
Sunny G, the Chennai Super Kings have a good record playing here at the Wankhede. You're no stranger to the stadium. Who do you see coming out on top tonight?
Well, looks like CSK, because Delhi Capitals are without some of their top players. Last year, you saw Nokia and Rabada, how well they bowled at the top and in the middle and towards the end. So they are really going to miss that. They're going to miss the all-round skills of Akshar Patel, who would have been really high on confidence after his fantastic performance in the test matches. So yes, I think they are really going to miss those players. And I do believe that CSK, having got a point to prove, will be playing outstanding cricket today.
Alrighty, then we're that much closer to match number 2 of the Vivo IPL. The Chennai Super Kings, they're warming up as they gear up to take on the Delhi Capitals. We've got the all-important toss coming up on the other side, so you don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
You have arrived at your destination. Welcome to 6 Hitting Central. Your tour guides today are an exciting mix of youth and experience. There's the master, the man who in the toughest of moments springs a surprise with a 6.
That is massive. I mean, that has come off the very middle of that Dhoni cricket bat.
The yellow group will be led by Talab Dhoni. Heading the blue brigade is the young apprentice, the new champion of the maximum.
There he goes, straight back. This is the Rishabh Pant we've known.
Team Yellow also has Sir Jadeja's elite company on this high-octane ride. Legend has it that Sir Jadeja solely prefers the aerial route in the last 5 overs of the game.
It is simply smacked out of the park. The victory comes in dramatic style.
But there's plenty of excitement in store for our blue party too. 2 of our overseas guides, Marcus Stoinis and Shimron Hetmeyer, send balls into orbit all the time.
And it's gone and gone and gone. 90 metres.
So sit back and enjoy your time at 6 Hitting Central.
Strong man.
Let's see if the Yellows feel the blues tonight.
This is Anu Menon. Climbing an escalator is tough for her. But investing in stocks with Upstocks? Easy. Now buy or sell stocks easily on your phone. Upstock start karke dekho.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
2.0, open to more.
Nivea Soft makes your skin feel soft. instantly. Now starting from rupees 45.
Today wants you to start living. Tata Safari. Reclaim your life.
नमस्कार, क्रिकेट का किट बेचता हूँ मैं जस्ट डायल के जेडी मार्ट पे। फ्री में डिजिटल कैटलॉग बनवाया तो सारा माल बिक गया टपाटप। अबे रात को मैं गच्ची पे फुल टू पार्ट किया तो ये लास्ट पीस बचा था, अभी दिन में वहां पर रहो। क्या करते तू सारे मर तो ना।
जेडी मार्ट, इंडिया का B2B मार्केटप्लेस। डाउनलोड करें जेडी मार्ट ऐप।
Best to just phone pay.
Sting Energy. Sting Energy अब 20 रुपए में।
दवाइयों पे सेविंग्स पॉसिबल ही नहीं है।
पॉसिबल है। नेटमेट्स ऐप देता है बेस्ट ऑफर्स और MRP पे 20% तक की सेविंग्स। नेटमेट्स, इंडिया की अपनी फार्मेसी।
ETF यानी एक्सचेंज ट्रेडेड फंड। ये एक तरह का लो कॉस्ट म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम है। अपनी कैटेगरी की सिलेक्टेड कंपनियों के शेयर में इन्वेस्ट करता है। हुई ना ड्रीम टीम?
ये तो सच में ड्रीम टीम है यार।
सही है ना?
हाँ यार, कैसे सीख गए तू फाइनेंस के बारे में इतना सब?
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
When supply goes up and demand doesn't rise.
Crunchy. It's new. Cashew, almond, hazelnut. New Sunfeast Dark Fantasy Choco Nut Fills from ITC.
I recommend MRF ZLX for sheer comfort and long life. You can bet on it if it's MRF ZLX.
दादा, इसका मतलब क्या है?
1 से 1 करोड़ वाली बात दादा को सब पता है। तुम इनको बताओ।
₹1 में My 11 सर्कल पर टीम बनाओ, रोज जीतने का मौका पाओ।
This game involves an element of financial risk and may be addictive. Please play responsibly and at your own risk.
2.0 open to more.
एशियन पेंट स्टैम्प प्रूफ चैलेंज। 6 साल में छत लीक हुई तो पैसे वापस।
वाटर प्रूफिंग के लिए 80504 पे कॉल करें।
दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
New Renault Kiger starts at rupees 5.45 lakh.
New Nivea Aloe Protection with the hydration of aloe vera and protection of SPF 15. New Nivea Aloe Protection. Nivea.
2.0 open to more.
Welcome back to Baiju's Cricket Live, and you can see Ricky Ponting, the coach of the Delhi Capitals there, and they are handing out a couple of caps. Shikhar Dhawan just congratulating Tom Curran there, playing his first match for Delhi tonight up against CSK, and Chris Wokes as well. So we know a couple of the internationals that will be featuring, and we love that smile, don't we? Brett Lee, I mean, a big moment for them, playing their first match tonight. The right call to pick those guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think it is definitely the right call. And look, it's a special moment, getting your IPL cap and knowing that you've been part of this setup and part of the team. You always want to contribute as a player. You want to contribute and add something to the team. So congratulations to them both.
Sonny, I'm going to go to you because you're in Mumbai at the moment. What's the right decision here as we count down to the toss? What do you do? I think Sonny's lost us there. Brian, Mumbai, we've got Rishabh Pant and MS Dhoni. Obviously, they've got a wonderful relationship together. Quickly, what would you do if you won the toss?
It depends on the duo. I think it's a ground that over the years, there's a lot of duos. So I'd bat first. Bowl first, and sort of the bowler's going to struggle later on in the night.
And what a lovely occasion for Rishabh Pant as well. In the absence of Shreyas Iyer, he will skipper the Delhi Capitals up against a man he admires, MS Dhoni.
Magnificent to be back here at Wankhede Stadium for match number 2 of the Vivo IPL. 3 times champions Chennai Super Kings up against last year's beaten finalists, the Delhi Capitals. 2 captains are alongside me. MS Dhoni is here and Rishabh Pant, the new captain for the Delhi Capitals. Manu Nair is the match referee, and you've got the coin, MS.
Heads is the call.
It's heads the call.
Heads.
Heads it is. Rishabh, just come a little bit closer. You've won the toss. What are you going to do and why?
I think the wicket is slightly softer underneath, so we're going to bowl first.
Bowl first?
Yeah.
Captaincy for you. You did a little bit back in 2017 in the Ranji Trophy and in the 50-over competition. What are you looking forward to most about it, and what sort of captain are you going to be?
I think I'm going to be a mix of experience and youth. So, yes, I've done captaincy in 2017, and this is my first match in IPL. Good to be having the first toss with my boy. It's feeling good right now.
Your 4 overseas players. I know you've got a huge squad, but your 4 overseas players for tonight, who are they?
I think the 4 overseas are Stoinis, Hetmeyer, Voxie, and Tom Curran.
So you're going with those all-rounders in the middle. It's a nice balance, but you are missing some key players, which is going to be tough this year.
Yeah, we are missing, like our top order, Shreyas is missing, and actually we are not playing in Delhi, so we are fine. We are getting better wickets, so hopefully we can use these wickets to score more runs this year.
And obviously a lot of chats between yourself and Ricky Ponting. What have you taken from him leading into your captaincy debut tonight?
Most of the time he let me do the talking. He wants me to lead from the front and make all the plans, so he's trusting me with everything. Hopefully I can deliver this time.
I'm sure you will. Enjoy the night, eh? Good luck tonight, Rishabh.
Thank you, sir.
MS, having a bat, would you have bowled, I guess?
Yes, we are also looking to bowl for the same reason, and also, Wankhede over the years, one of the venues slightly more difficult to defend. Dew was also into consideration, but it seems slightly cloudy, so there are chances we may not get dew. But yes, we would have liked to bowl first.
How excited are you about this year?
Well, it feels good to be back, because you want to make the most of whatever is left, and I think we got some good time when it comes to the preparation. Some of the foreign players turned up late because of their international commitment. So overall, it looks good. And yes, we'll also miss a few players who have not come. So far, a few, they're just out of quarantine. So yeah, it feels good to be back on the field.
Your 4 overseas players?
Faf, Moin, Sam and Bravo are the 4.
All right, enjoy the night, MS. Good luck, eh? It's Delhi Capitals who have won the toss. They've elected to bowl first.
Well, I've got Brian Lara and Brett Lee alongside me as well as Sunny Gavaskar. Brian, I want to start with you because you thought Steve Smith would get the nod for this one, but they've gone with Hetmeyer. What do you think about that call?
Oh, well, I think it's the right call. I just thought they might have gone with experience, but I just feel that Hetmeyer is more T20 player than Steve Smith. I mean, he's got the experience, yes, but in that mold, and they need some attacking players. This game is very short. I know he got an opportunity last year and maybe sort of petered out into anything, but I'm backing him. More years in the IPL, I'm hoping that he can come good.
Now, Brett Lee, we're seeing the return of Suresh Raina. Obviously, they missed him last year. How important is that going to be for CSK tonight?
Oh, it's huge. I think we all missed him, didn't we? We love watching him play because he's got so much to offer on the cricket field. He's a quality player. He's an entertaining player. He will be that injection that CSK need, definitely.
Now, CSK batting first. MS Dhoni, what are we expecting from him, Brian? That is the big question because he didn't produce a 50 last IPL, but the previous campaign, unbelievable.
Well, Ken, he's going to be stressing, first of all, that the other guys take responsibility. I mean, his role is best done at the end, where he takes a few balls to get set, but then he goes really hard. I don't think he likes batting after 8-9 overs where he has to just try to just cruise along, meander along until he gets into that position. So he's going to be emphasizing, I need some runs up front. When I get a chance, I'm going to go. So I think he's going to perform well.
Well, they didn't make the playoffs last year, the first time in the Vivo IPL. CSK will certainly be hoping to get things off to a winning start with MS Dhoni. Things are heating up in Mumbai, but behind the scenes, they're cool as ice.
What's cooking in the Chennai camp, you ask? recipe for success this season. A dash of fun, banter and camaraderie. Tale Dhoni's brothers-in-arms are looking pretty relaxed ahead of their season opener. But watch out! A superhero is getting ready to spoil their party.
Every year when you play, you have different excitement.
The Delhi boys are busy with their own fun and games, led by Captain Fantastic, who never topped this. Wonder if King Khan's Knights can top this.
We do love a little bit of fun here at the Vivo IPL 2021. Now, we were just mentioning MS Dhoni. Struggled a little against spin. How do you want him to face it this season?
Oh, well, if you're struggling against spin at his age, and you've been struggling for years, I think the best way is to try to stay away from it. But he needs to get to the pitch of the ball. I find that he stretches a lot from the crease, allowing the ball to do whatever it has to do. He's got to get to the pitch of it, even in an unattacking approach. If you just to smother the spin, that's what I like to see him do. Leave the crease, get to the pitch, hit it over the top, or just put it into the gap.
The phone pay playing 11 for CSK, Brett Lee. It's going to be really interesting to see how they respond this year, because last year obviously pretty disappointing. What do you make of this 11, and particularly Ruturaj Gaikwad? Because I mean, he was phenomenal in the back half last year, but took a while to get going.
Yeah, look, it certainly did. But look, they had to start well. CSK, Jadeja at the top of the order, Bravo, Chahar, Sam Curran and Tuckle. You obviously know what he can do with the seam, but it's that middle order that I want to see fire for CSK. If they can obviously get straight through and they can get some runs at the top of the order, it's that middle period where they get that big score.
Sonny, the phone pay playing 11 for the Delhi Capitals. Of course, they've got no Rabada, no Nortje. Between them, they had more than 50 wickets last year. Do they have the firepower tonight in their bowling attack?
Well, they certainly do. At the end of the day, I think the batting has got to do the job. But if their bowlers can restrict the CSK to a total of about 150 or thereabouts, then certainly Delhi Capitals will be in a position to win. They've got the bowling, they've got depth in the batting as well with the inclusion of Chris Woakes, and that's so important. You have all-rounders in the team batting at 7-8. They can not only bowl you a few overs, but they can also bang the ball around in the final overs of their batting, and that's a big plus to have somebody like a Chris Woakes in the 11.
There's so much to look forward to in this clash. CSK up against DC at Mumbai. Of course, no home ground advantage at this Vivo IPL 2021. The Sahi game plan, Scott Styris is checking things out of what MS Dhoni needs to do to get the job done.
Hello and welcome to today's game plan. Let's have a look at the greatest finisher who's ever played the game, MS Dhoni of the Chennai Super Kings. But there is one area recently that has been of concern. I think the Delhi Capitals can really exploit it. Take a look at his play against spinners, because the strike rates over the last 3 years have slowly gone down and decreased to the point where 2020 he wasn't even scoring a run a ball. Now, I think there's reasons for it. Now, those are about the feet and the hands. He doesn't really have a backlift. The hands just go nowhere outside the body. The feet, he takes a big stride almost before the ball is bowled. And I think that's a bit of a problem. That's the reason why that his strike rate was just 94 going into last season. So I'm going to illustrate to you why I think that is. As I say, in person, if I take my stance like MS Dhoni, he's taking that big stride before the ball's even come. So he's got no idea how he wants to play the ball unless he predetermines. And that's the thing with MS Dhoni. The hands never go back. You see someone like Kohli get up and ready for the ball. If he gets a bad ball, he can put it away. MS Dhoni's hands never get past the back leg. They stay there, and he has to use the hands to push those singles. Now, take a look at the way he's been preparing. I love to see even great players look to improve. And MS Dhoni, in the lead up to this tournament, watch the hands. They go back. Short front stride instead of the big one. Gets down the crease. We know he's got massive power. That's not an issue. But I would like to see those hands go back even when he's not looking to attack. If he does that, strike rate goes up. MS Dhoni will be a massive player for CSK once more.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much, Scotty. Well, of course, one of the great positives for MS Dhoni this Vivo IPL is the fact that he's got Suresh Raina at his disposal. The big star is back in town. Now, the Just Dial key battle will be how he takes on that man, Ravi Ashwin.
Until 2015, they were brothers in arms, fighting side by side for Tale Dhoni.
MS believed in your ability, and the best thing about your planning, the way you got the carom ball, made every batsman confused. Just take one or two ball dots. That way you are top of the game all the time. That's what I felt when you played for Pune, when you played for Punjab. I said, Ashwin, you really need to be careful.
Now Chennai son of the soil will suit up against CSK's Chinnatale in tonight's key battle. Suresh Raina has been the rock of CSK's batting lineup for many years. He's the second highest run getter in the Vivo IPL. But Ravichandran Ashwin has found a success mantra to keep Raina quiet in their 5 meetings. After all, the sight of a left-hander brings out the best in the off-spinner. Ashwin enjoyed tremendous success against left-hand batsmen last season. The likes of Gale, Warner and de Kock were among his victims.
Easy, doesn't have to move too much, the catch is taken.
And Raina has had a tough time against off-spinners in his last 2 seasons in the Vivo IPL. Today, as CSK's Chinnatale aims to make a successful return in yellow, he will have to win his battle against his former teammate, Ravichandran Ashwin.
Well, Sonny, he has more than 5,000 runs in the IPL. How much of a boost is it having Suresh Raina back in the mix for the team in yellow?
Huge, very, very big. Because look, we've seen him play some incredible innings. We've seen him take some catches. He's a brilliant fielder. He's a great team man. So yes, I think it's going to be huge. And to have an experienced player like Suresh Raina in the batting order makes a big difference. Today, of course, there's a big plus for him that both the fast bowlers, Nokia and Rabada, are not there to unsettle him. They have, quicker bowlers have unsettled him at the start of his innings. So both of them are not there. So that'll be a huge plus for Suresh Raina. But Suresh Raina back in the Chennai team is a huge plus for them.
Well, we saw Tom Curran get his cap for Delhi Capitals a little earlier. Now it's time to hear from Sam Curran, who's playing for CSK.
Sam Curran, Alan Wilkins here. Sam, firstly, how prepared are you for this season with all the cricket you've been playing and all the bubble life you've been experiencing?
Yeah, obviously nice to be in India. I've been here for a while. Obviously, we had our one-day series versus India a couple of weeks back. Had a bit of time off now. And check the boys all, yeah. The Delhi boys already give me stick playing against my brother tonight. So that's a bit funny. But yeah, the bubble's been tough, but it's the new world we live in. So really excited.
Well, you've preempted my next question, but what's it going to be like for you playing against Tom?
Yeah, it happened once last year against Rajasthan, but yeah, there's definitely been a few WhatsApps exchanged on the family group and things like that, a bit of fun. But yeah, I know my mum will be really nervous tonight watching, wherever she is watching, but hopefully she's got a calm person around her to watch, but I'm very excited.
And what have you learned in the last couple of months being here in India? What have you learned about playing and existing as a cricketer here in India?
Yeah, obviously it's very different to the last time we played here with the crowds and things like that. It's going to obviously be a different experience. This IPL in India usually have massive crowds. Things like that's going to be very strange, but the wickets are extremely good. The boundaries are a lot smaller, so I'm sure the scores this year will be a lot higher than maybe we had in Dubai last year. So we've talked as a bowling group, as a batting group, about utilising our skills in different situations. We've got 5 games here in Mumbai to start. So yeah, it's really exciting, and hopefully we can start well this evening.
Final question back to the family. If you did have a little confrontation in the middle, would there be a family sledge or not?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few sledges out there. Just hopefully keep the stump mics quiet.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Have a great night.
Cheers. Thank you.
Great to see a smile on Sam Curran's face. Brian, he was so important for them last year, particularly with no Suresh Raina with that left-hand, right-hand combination. They used him all over the place. What are you expecting from him in Mumbai tonight?
Oh, well, he did a good job throughout the tournament, and I think he's such a good little player. Still not major experience, but he handles whatever he has to do very, very well and very professionally. So I expect him to do the same. Gets in swing with the ball whenever he gets it in his hand, and he's such a fighting spirit with the bat. Is unbelievable. Great little all-rounder that CSK has.
So, Sonny, we've got the openers for CSK, assuming Ruturaj Gaikwad and Faf du Plessis. Ruturaj Gaikwad, we mentioned he was so important in the back half of the season, but what do you think of this opening pair? Because they used so many combinations last year.
Well, it takes a little time for two new batsmen to understand each other, particularly as far as the calling and running between the wickets is concerned. But, with Faf's experience and the way Ruturaj Gaikwad played last season towards the back end of the tournament, that certainly holds out promise for plenty of runs from both the blades. So if they get off to a good start, then it makes it easier for the batsman following, particularly somebody like a Suresh Raina making a comeback after a year's gap, after a season's gap. That'll be a big help if the openers get the team off to a flying start.
Of course, one of the biggest things that we're looking forward to tonight is seeing MS Dhoni back in action. Here's the take of Silly Point. MS Dhoni is back up against Rishabh Pant tonight in Mumbai. Day 2, match 2 of the Vivo IPL.
Nivea Soft makes your skin feel soft instantly. Now starting from ₹45.
2 box 0, open to more.
मैडम एक तो ले लो।
एक भी अच्छा नहीं है।
अरे वाह, दिमाग लगाना है तो ड्रीम 11 पे लगाना। मेक योर टीम नाउ।
इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व है और इसकी आदत पड़ सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
दूर कितना भी जाओ, इस जुबान से दूर ना जा पाओगे। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
New Nivea Aloe Protection with the hydration of aloe vera and protection of SPF 15. New Nivea Aloe Protection. Nivea.
This is Anu Menon. Climbing an escalator is tough for her. But investing in stocks with Upstocks, easy. Now buy or sell stocks easily on your phone. Upstocks start करके देखो.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
2 box 0, open to more.
पापा आजकल आप पढ़ाई को लेके कुछ पूछते ही नहीं।
क्योंकि अब तुम बदल गई हो। बायजूस के साथ खुद से पढ़ने लगी हो, दोस्तों को कॉन्सेप्ट समझाने लगी हो। अब तेरा पापा नहीं, पार्टनर बन गया।
कॉन्सेंट्रेट पार्टनर।
अब आजा बेटा।
समझ के पढ़ते हैं तो इनका दिल लग जाता है और पेरेंट से पार्टनर तक का फासला तय हो जाता है। बायजूस, डाउनलोड नाउ।
Byju's Cricket Live is co-presented by Byju's Keep Learning and Upstocks in association with Nivea Men. It starts with you and 2 Borg 0. Open to more. This broadcast is co-presented by Dream 11. Make your team now. Byju's Keep Learning. PhonePe Karteja Barteja. Upstocks and Just Style, Aapka business partner in association with Kamla Pasant, Anoka Svat. Lamination Wala Ultima Protec. Grow, download Karo, invest Karo. The Fruity Life. Havels, making a difference. And Cred, download the app.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni broke the mold when it came to Indian wicketkeeper batsmen. While Rishabh Pant is looking to take it to another level. And in the Vivo IPL, both of these magical players must also combine those roles with that of leadership. MSD's Chennai Super Kings will hope that the return of Suresh Raina, as well as a galaxy of homegrown and foreign stars, will ensure that the storied franchise swiftly returns to preeminence. In the absence of the injured Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant has been handed the captaincy of a Delhi Capitals team that made it all the way to last season's final. So can Ricky Ponting's men go one better in the Vivo IPL for 2021? They will certainly never be lacking for talent or desire. Yes, good evening and welcome to the Wankhede Stadium here in Mumbai for match 2 of the Vivo IPL for 2021. Last night, it was the defending champions in action. Tonight, the turn of last season's beaten finalists. Yes, indeed. What a game we have in prospect. The biggest tournament in the world, a tournament we all love, and it's game 2 at the Vivo IPL today. And we've moved from Chennai last night to Mumbai today. And it's the fabled Chennai Super Kings taking on the resurgent Delhi Capitals today. We're at the Wankhede Stadium. Right over the years, you can see the difference. Delhi are just rediscovering themselves. Chennai, past masters at this format, 15-8 out of the 23 games that they've played. But every tournament brings something new, different flavor to it. And this is how it will be this year, as it's been for a while. 56 league matches as each team plays each other twice. And then, of course, the qualification procedure, 1 versus 2. Winner goes to the final. Then an eliminator, another qualifier too. 2 points if you win, and 1 point each if there is a no result. Super over to decide winner in case of a tie. You can keep playing super overs for an hour. 30th of May is when it all ends. There have been changes, as you'd imagine. Chris Morris, Glenn Maxwell, these are all the big ticket changes. Krishnappa Gautam, Punjab Kings to Chennai. Moeen Ali's come to Chennai. Shivam Dubey, Robin Uthappa. Steve Smith's come back, not playing today though. Then Harbhajan Singh, Kedar Jadhav, Mujibur Rahman and Umesh Yadav moving to the Delhi Capitals. Right, typical surface here in Mumbai. Michael Slater did the pitch report and he thought it's good to be a batsman on this surface, and there'll be a bit of bounce. It's also good to be a fast bowler. You can see the numbers for pace much better than the numbers for spin over here. It's not the biggest ground in the world either. That's the reason I say so. Those 59 and 58 are if you're looking for a paddle or down to third man. But if you're hitting down the ground, then mid-wicket 70, over cover 71, square boundary 67, 68, and a 72-meter hit straight down the ground. If you're batting at the other end, it'll be 72 the other way, of course. Now, the toss. Delhi Capitals won the toss. Both captains wanted to field. Delhi won and exercised that option. It's good to see the master and the young man. Right in the commentary box, Sunil Gavaskar and Simon Dool.
Yes, evening Harsha, evening Sunny. Chennai Super Kings starting off with Francois Duplessis at the top. And Gaikwad, who has such a good end to the IPL. in the UAE last year. Very talented young player. Moeen Ali will bat at 3. Suresh Raina back in the men in yellow at number 4. Ambati Raidu and MS Dhoni, the skipper, might even find himself batting at 7, I think, Dhoni. I think Jadeja will bat at number 6 tonight for Chennai. Bravo, and then the bowlers as well, Deepak Chahar, Sam Curran and Shardul Thakur, who has emerged in the last 18 months as one of the very fine young players in and amongst this wonderful country.
Good evening, everybody. And for the Delhi Capitals, the inform Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan batted well in the one-day series. Ajinkya Rahane will be wanting to show that he belongs in this competition. Rishabh Pant, outstanding 2021 he's had. Hetmeyer has been hit and miss for a while. They'll be hoping that he will score, and Stoinis last year was again dazzling. As far as the bowling is concerned, they've got Chris Wokes, who adds also depth to their batting. There's Tom Curran, who can bowl a bit. Ravichandran Ashwin, very canny, and again wanting to show he belongs in the T20 format. Amit Mishra, lots of wickets, and Avesh Khan.
Star Sports this season reveals the secret behind a player's never-ending energy with a Boost Stamina Meter, evaluating our champions with a stamina score out of 100. First up, it's MS Dhoni, who boasts an all-time stamina score of 84.5 and has run a whopping 42 kilometers between the wickets. Our newest captain, Rishabh Pant, has a stamina score of 71 with almost 35% of his runs running the 1s, 2s and 3s. High school experience versus red-hot form. The stamina game is on.
राजश्री इलायची दर्शन का जश्न
मैच है कुछ बढ़िया बना लो
मैच है कुछ बढ़िया मंगा लो
Enjoy 50% off only on Domino's app.
Use good cricket. So there they are. Good to see the laughter. There's so much experience in that Delhi side. You look at Shikhar Dhawan, Amit Mishra, Ravichandran Ashwin, so many. The young man as captain, it'll be quite a challenge for him. And out come the umpires. Hope they have a good match. They have a good match. We have a good match.
Yes, never easy in the T20 format. There's lots of appealing, lots of excitement, so it's very tough for the umpires. But Rishabh Pant, the young man, he'll have Ravichandran Ashwin by his side. Ashwin very, very experienced. And then, of course, he can always rely on the others. Ajinkya Rahane as well, the most successful of India's test captains. As much as, only 4 test matches he's captain, he's won 3 of them and hasn't lost the 4th one. So clearly he's got people he can lean on, Rishabh Pant. But it'll be interesting to see how he copes with the pressure of the finishing overs. Often it's the finishing overs if the opposition has batted well. It's the last 4-5 overs that tells you something about the captain.
There's so much riding on Rishabh Pant, this captain, having to take over, which Shreyas Iyer very unfortunately ruled out. Big blow for young Shreyas, who emerged as a good captain for Delhi over the last couple of years. Took them to 3rd place and the final.
Yeah, I like it. This has got a real Ricky Ponting stamp on it, this Delhi Capitals side tonight. I know they're missing some key players, and we're talking about Shreyas Iyer and Akshar Patel. To me, the fact that they're playing Avesh Khan straight away and not Umesh Yadav, there's that feel about it. It's a Ricky Ponting feel about it. And Chennai Super Kings, we just know what we're going to get from them. It's experience through and through. There's a little bit of youth thrown in at times, but the experience of Faf du Plessis and Dhoni and Jadeja and Raidu, it's there. So much to be seen. This young man, though, last year, Sonny, I was so impressed. The finishing 3 games of the IPL in the UAE last year, he was superb. 50s in all games.
Well, look at that. I think 7 matches, he's got 350 plus scores. That's an outstanding effort from the young man. And he will be hoping that he gets off to a good start. Good start for this IPL. Didn't get off to a good start last time around. Both the matches, the first couple of matches that he played, he didn't open his account and then he didn't play for a while. But then he came back and then he was so impressive. And he's got the very experienced Faf du Plessis at the other end. So that'll be a big plus as well for him.
So we're getting ready to play. We got an absolute thriller yesterday. MI versus RCB. Now CSK, DC. There's the countdown. Chris Oakes has the ball. Yes, let's play. No Rabada, no Nokia, no Ishant, no Umesh Yadav, and still a pretty good new ball attack. Chris Oakes, Tom Curran, Avesh Khan, and Marcus Stoinis, and it's Oakes with the new ball. Gaikwad in strike. Oh, good swing. Simon Dool, you swung some.
Oh, great start. I was about to say that Chris Oakes has been the best, I think, 50 over white ball bowler England's had in the last 4 or 5 years. Brilliant. Brilliant bowler. Lovely seam position. He's such a good cricketer, Chris Oakes. I'm surprised he hasn't had more opportunities and more success in the IPL.
Yes, sometimes when you have only 4 players from overseas playing in the 11, not easy to accommodate. You've got to look at the balance of your team. And with Nokia and Rabada in your 11, in your 14, you're always going to pick them ahead of anybody else. Because last year, they were a devastating opening pair, weren't they? They bowled quick and they were frightening, even from the commentary box.
Well, with this wide ball, swing it while you can. We saw it Trent Boult last night. First over swung beautifully and then it just stopped.
Yeah, nobody that I've talked to has been able to explain the reason for it. It's just been that way at times in the last few years. This white ball has failed to swing for 6, 7, 8 overs like it once did. So make the most of it. Slip in place.
What a shot! Up and running, the Chennai Super Kings, and all those whistles that you fans are sitting with, just get them up and going.
Beautiful. Just leaning into the drive, as they call it. That's exactly what he's done. Nice high back lift, opening the face of the bat. Terrific shot. Very, very good to watch.
Out of the hand, Chris Oakes wouldn't have been unhappy, I don't think. Maybe a touch of width. Length wasn't bad. It wasn't a half volley by any stretch. That is superb from Gaikwad. The other thing about with Raj Gaikwad, I interviewed him. It was one of the funniest moments I've had, I think, in the last few years in interviewing young Indian talent. When he was talking, I asked him where his strength came from. He wouldn't be 65 kilos wringing wet. He's a small man. And I said, you hit the ball so beautifully, so powerfully. Where do you get your power from? And he basically pulled his t-shirt up. He said, I have very good abs. And I didn't know what to say. But it was just so great from a young, modern, unhindered young man just to turn. Unhindered young man just to turn around and say, I've got great abs. And that's where my power comes from.
Well, actually, when you look at a Hardik Pandya, for example, or a Krunal Pandya, look at the way they power the ball into the stands. They're not big built.
We've got 2 people in the commentary box, one of whom loves working on his abs, and the other just batted and didn't worry about all the other things.
I love working on my legs.
So good, isn't it, to be back in Mumbai in this wonderful stadium. Hope you're enjoying everything from home, staying safe.
It's a good stop. It's a good stop, Shimron. Admire. So 5 of the first over, 5 for no loss.
नमस्कार क्रिकेट का किट बेचता हूं मैं जस्ट डायल के जेडी मार्ट पे फ्री में डिजिटल कैटलॉग बनवाया तो सारा माल बिक गया टपाटप अबे रात को मैं गच्ची पे फुल टू पार्ट किया तो ये लास्ट पीस बचा था अभी दिन में वहां पर रहो अरे काय करते तू सारी मरतो ना
जेडी मार्ट इंडिया का B2B मार्केटप्लेस डाउनलोड करें जेडी मार्ट ऐप LHS is equal to RHS. समझा ब्रो?
कॉन्सेप्ट समझाने लगा है, क्या बात है।
फोन के लिए नहीं ठोका? बात क्या है?
ब्रेक ले ले यार पार्टनर।
समझ के पढ़ते हैं तो इनका दिल लग जाता है और पेरेंट से पार्टनर तक का फासला तय हो जाता है। बायजूस, डाउनलोड नाउ।
When supply goes up and demand doesn't rise.
Crunchy. It's new. Cashew, almond, hazelnut. New Sunfeast Dark Fantasy Choco Nut Fills from ITC.
राजश्री इलायची का जश्न।
This season and said we want him playing.
Yes, I think that can happen. You have a camp for about a week or so and you see everybody around. Somebody's rhythm seems good. Looks like Avesh Khan's rhythm is all right. Getting the ball to nip back in. Getting the ball to nip back into Ruturaj Gaikwad. Gaikwad likes to get onto the front foot and play the flowing drives. And this is the length that the bowlers will be looking to bowl to him. There it is, just a little bit of inward movement.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the little amount I've seen of Avesh Khan as well, and there's a couple of things that I really like. It's almost a delayed delivery, and that's why he tends to hurry batsmen up at that 138 close to 140. He's a tall lad, he uses that height. Watch this front on here and watch that straight front leg. Nice straight front leg. He's really good lines to that bowling delivery stride. Uses every bit of height that he's got. He's a big tall lad, and so at 138 140 it will seem just a little bit quicker because he's got that little delay, a little bit like Rabada has.
Oh, good stop. Excellent save 3. Chris Wokes at the 45, just inside the circle.
And this is what you'll get to see regularly in this tournament. Outstanding fielding. There's nobody who has to be hidden in this format. You can't hide a fielder in this format. You will be found out very quickly. This is, again, top-class work. He saved 3 runs for his team, Chris Wokes.
And as we discovered yesterday, that could be the game. At a good tournament for Madhya Pradesh, the side Mushtaq Ali did Avesh Khan. I just wonder if he thought he'd make the side when he looked at the side and said there's Rabada, Nokia, Wokes, Karan, Ishant, Umesh. There he is bowling the second over for the Delhi Capitals. Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Fingers going up. Just looking far at Ruturaj Gaikwad. Do you think I should? Not sure he should.
Oh, look, the only possible opportunity was if it hit him just outside the line. I think it's crashing into the stumps, probably crashing into off stump. He's going to go. He's going to go. He's not risking it, and rightly so. That ball again, Sonny, that just nips back in. Beautiful length this time from Avesh Khan.
Yeah, this is a length where you don't have the opportunity to make that late adjustment. It was Fuller, allowed the ball to swing just that little bit in the air as after pitching, and gave very little chance to Faf du Plessis. Even an experienced batsman like him, see, it's the length that has defeated him. Oh yes, that could have been plumb, absolutely plumb. It could have hit the middle of the middle stump. He's gone for a duck. It's 7 for 1.
This is Sachin Kukreja. Touching his toes can be tough for him. But investing in stocks with Upstocks? Easy. Now buy or sell stocks easily on your phone. Upstocks start करके देखो.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
जब मनी बैक वारंटी वाला वाटरप्रूफिंग हो तब इस मैदान पे खेल कभी नहीं रुकेगा. कॉल 8050480504.
I recommend MRF ZLX for sheer comfort and long life. You can bet on it if it's MRF ZLX.
This for Chennai Super Kings, but Moeen Ali, they spent a lot of money on Moeen Ali and they put him in straight away.
Yeah, straight away, just something a little bit different, isn't it? Suresh Raina hasn't played a lot of cricket. Just have a look at this ball. Fuller, just back in. As I said, the only thing was line. Crashing into the top of the stumps. Beautifully bowled. Good decision as well. Great start.
And umpire Anil Chaudhary took his time, and that's absolutely necessary. Sometimes you can get carried away by first impressions, but he took his time and gave the correct decision.
Just 2 runs of the over and a wicket. What a start. It's 7 for 1 after 2.
ये तो निकालना पड़ेगा यार. तूने अभी देखा नहीं देखा है तो जाने में है दम यहाँ ठहरे जो मेरे आगे आना गाड़ी मार दे यार हार नहीं हम ये देख भर गया इतना सारा जो चाहे चलो हो गया हम बाजी तो हटा यार 5 बना दे ड्रीम 11 टीम है तो मजा है.
इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम के तत्व है और इसकी आदत पड़ सकती है. कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें.
दिल रास्तों पे चलता एक दरिया रे.
Super Kings. Chris walks again. Oh, the end, it's carried. Wonderful outswing. Very good catch by Shikhar Dhawan. Vivo perfect catch of the match already.
This is a beauty from Chris Woakes. Look at the late movement. Look at the position of the seam. Maybe Ruturaj Gaikwad may have just pushed a little hard at the ball rather than looking to play it next to his pads. And the thigh 5 come into play. Good catch. Diving to his right from Shikhar Dhawan. So Ruturaj Gaikwad gone for 5. It's 7 for 2.
देखो देखो मैं आ गया.
हाय बेबी, लुक.
नया एसी. थोड़ा और सर्च कर लेते तो शायद और पावरफुल एसी मिल जाता.
60 डिग्री सेल्सियस में भी चिल करता है.
पर आजकल वायरस बैक्टीरिया से
प्लाज्मा प्रोटेक्टिव शील्ड है इसमें.
जरा रिमोट देना.
स्विच ऑन द एसी.
इट्स परफेक्ट. Just like me.
क्या करें, मेरी चॉइस ही ऐसी है.
कोई शक. I missed you.
Lloyd Grande heavy duty AC. It's not just heavy duty.
But a feature loaded heavy duty AC.
आप भी सर्च करके देख लो.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं. अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई आग से बचाए.
For a long time now, a little bigger than he used to be, and digs that out well. First ball.
Such a fine player over so many years. They desperately needed him last year. Have a look at the length of this delivery. Drawing Gaikwad forward. Good catch from Shikhar Dhawan. Great seam position again from Chris Woakes. Just didn't quite cover it. Pushed out at it a little bit. And Shikhar Dhawan standing quite wide, about 1.5 slips. And that is superb start for the Capitals.
Then on Song, he is so good to watch. He's been one of the greats of the IPL, no doubt. Just hasn't had a lot of cricket behind him lately, so love to see the rhythm he's in. Love to see the stroke plays still at his command.
In the middle of the Cred power play. See how rewarding that is for these sides, teams and players, and bowlers could be rewarding for you as well. You've got a credit card bills to pay them via the Cred app during the power play and be in to win. Get your cash back. You pay your credit card bills with the Cred app, get your cash back. Jump online and get those paid now.
Well, Suresh Raina has been a bank for CSK over the years. But this is outstanding at the top from the Delhi Capitals. Third over, 7 for 2.
Moeen Ali, 20 matches, 309 runs, 3 times got over 50, but look at that strike rate, 157. That's exactly what teams want. Chris Fox is bowling beautifully, pitching the ball further up, looking to slip in the Yorker, giving the ball every chance to move in the air.
It's not a bad place to be a fast bowler, this, the Wankhede Stadium. Oh, was in the air, but he still finds the gap. So Raina gets runs where he always gets runs. Square on the offside. He's off the mark. It's 11 for 2.
When you pay your credit card bills on Cred, you earn Cred coins. Use them to claim cashback and rewards.
I know this sounds ridiculous.
It's like saying Rahul Dravid has anger issues.
Hey! That doesn't mean you can overtake. Come, man. Come. You come.
Could have gone straight and taken it.
OTT इतने भरे पड़े अपनी फिल्म कहाँ सर्च करें कैप्टन क्या करेंगे जियो फाइबर कर ले आओ जादू के डिब्बे का मैजिक चलाओ
अपनी आवाज से कुछ भी सर्च और प्ले करें जियो फाइबर पे अब हर घर जियो फाइबर
दूर कितना भी जा इस जुबान से
When he's playing domestic cricket in England.
Well, the 2 wickets to fall have been impressive for me because it's the length. Quick wicket, you've got to get it fuller. You still have to make players drive. And that's the situation here. Avish Khan the first one, Chris Woakes the second one. Now it looks like it's slot ball, but because of the pace and the bounce, you're drawing the batsman forward, there's a little bit of movement, and you're getting the rewards. Brilliant bowling and very, very good fielding on that occasion from Shikhar Dhawan.
Absolutely. I think when the ball is new, you've got to bowl in that area, the slot area. It's when it comes to the final overs that you don't want to bowl in that area. But at the start, when the ball is hard and new, the seam is hard as well, you want to pitch it up there because that's where you will get movement. That's where you will get late movement. That's where you will defeat the batsman.
Yeah, Swing only makes a guest appearance on this show, so you might as well make the most of it while it lasts.
He's superb, Chris Woakes. Yeah, I just think he's such a terrific cricketer. Bat and ball, he's a good buy for the Capitals.
Well, he saved a boundary too already.
You know, with your accent, you've got to be very careful when you use that word buy. You've got to say good purchase. Otherwise, you know, people might think it's good buy.
Very good, Sonny. Very good. Just look at that power for the Capitals through the middle with their overseas players. Hetmeyer, Stoinis, Woakes and Curran, all-rounders through there. And at the top with Prithvi Shaw, who's been in brilliant form. Shikhar Dhawan, Rahane, they'll have a total to chase, I'm sure. Chennai will make sure of that.
Oh, shot. That's the other thing that you get at the Wankhede Stadium. Because of the bounce, there's a lot of purchase for your shots.
What is it about left-handed batsmen and their cover drives? There's something so attractive about left-handed batsmen and their cover drives. Look at that. This is just a little punch. Look at the timing. It's a quick outfield, but it's the punch. Beautiful.
It's a good surface, this. It's a bit different from the one we got last night. Now, the thing about this Delhi Capital side, they're missing so many people, and yet they've got the strength on the bench to put out a good side. Tom Curran comes back in there. He was with the Royals. Then Chris Wokes comes in. These are two international players. Then Amit Mishra. 150 matches before this one for Amit Mishra. Oh, pull shot, and in the to the boundary for 4. That's what his job is at the top of the order. There's a feeling Moeen Ali doesn't like short pitch balls. He like that one.
Well, I'll say same thing I say every year, Hush. Nobody likes them. Some just play them better than others. That's all it's about. But he knows he's going to get some now and then, Moeen Ali. If he's going to bat at 3, he knows he's going to get some. He's got to have been practicing it, Sonny.
He certainly would be practicing against it. That's what they do before the game starts. They have the bowling coach throw the ball at them, underarm the ball at them at their face from a short distance.
2 crisp boundaries in this over. Just a single, he'll keep strike. 4 overs gone. It's 20 for 2 for the Chennai Super Kings.
आप म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते हो?
Of course, since 2005.
Even mutual funds are subject to market risk. वहाँ भी तो नुकसान होने का रिस्क होता है.
Mutual funds में उन्हीं को इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए जो रिस्क लेने के लिए तैयार हो.
Mutual fund हो या क्रिकेट, one should be ready to take the risk.
Good point.
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है. योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें.
Higher inspired living.
X60 series, co-engineered with Zeiss. Vivo.
Today wants you to start living. Tata Safari. Reclaim your life.
कैट के नेक्स्ट जेन आरओ से पानी हो 100% प्योर
और आपको मिले डिस्प्ले प्योरिटी का भी.
तो आप अपना प्योरीफायर कब बदल रहे हैं?
Game, whatever it is, and he can bowl you anything in his repertoire on the day. Shikhar Dhawan is staying at slip. Well, the Upstocks Crick Index for the Chandran Ashwin, his stock price just goes up and up. Most wickets by a spinner in the power play in the IPL, and he's up there with 95, Harbhajan 78 and Sunil Narayan with 100. The wickets by Ashwin, 42 in 95. He's leading the wickets. Catches the call. It was uppish, but it's going to be 4. Just a little out of pitch, and it's a good evening to Michael Slater and Deep Dasgupta.
Evening, Wilco, and everyone who's tuning in. What a thrill to be here. Wankhede Stadium, obviously, there were no grounds in India used last year, but we're back. And we're starting to see a couple of boundaries. There've been early wickets. Obviously, the power play is crucial for a batting side not to lose too many. They can't afford to lose another one. And it's gone deep into the outfield.
Well, Suresh Raina is back, well and truly back in his yellow uniform. Superb shot, the last one through extra cover, and this one takes a little more chance. It's not going to turn on this surface. Goes with the angle, and he plays that angle really well over long on.
I think that was a little mental duel there with Suresh Raina. He wanted to take on Ashwin. He went down the pitch. It wasn't totally with full conviction of the shot, but he got away with it.
It's a good move from Rishabh. His first game as a captain. Gets his most successful bowler in power play. This is Ravichandran Ashwin, the offie. against two left-handers. And the two fielders outside the 30-yard circles, long off. Deep square leg.
End of the first Ashwin over. It's 30 for 2 from 5.
आज ऑरेंज सूट की खुशी में मैडी पिलाएगा ऑरेंज जूस।
यार वॉलेट नहीं है, कंजूस। यार
जहाँ से सूट लिया वहाँ से पे भी कर दे।
Amazon से पेमेंट अमेजिंग। अपने Amazon पे झट से किसी भी UPI कोड से स्कैन एंड पे कीजिए, फट से रिवॉर्ड्स पाइए।
पे Amazon से।
There are forces of nature. And then there are those who tame them. Ruling these forces